Hello children, good morning. You all are well and fine? Yes, fine. Okay children, take care of your health children and do the given work. Okay na? And send it to the school or mail ID in a time. Today we are going to learn 7th class social studies chapter 7. So open your 7th class social studies textbook page number 69. What is the name of the chapter, see children? The 7th chapter is 7th and the name of the chapter is handicrafts. Handicrafts and handlooms. Handlooms. Okay. So what is the name of the chapter? Handicraft and handlooms. Okay. So again I am calling your Afrin here. She will read the lesson for you and you also read like Afrin. You have to read your lesson reading. You have to develop your lesson reading skill. Okay. So Afrin, come here beta. And you have to read this lesson as louder as clearly.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Basket maker of Andugula. Pollayya is a basket maker from Andugula. Village is Madgula, Mandal, Rangareddy district. He is about 35 years old. He belongs to Yarukala, a tribal community. His family has been viewing baskets for generations. Bhagyamma, his wife, also works as a basket maker. They have 3 children. Pollayya's father, along with 25 other families, came to the city about 30 years ago. As the demand for baskets had declined in their native village, he sells baskets on the pavements of Chandigarh in Hyderabad. Pollayya uses the spines of wild date palm, etta chettu leaves to make baskets using a knife. The shaves of those leaves and keeps them in hot sunshine to dry them. Andugula, their native village. His relatives in Andugula collect the spines from bushes around their villages and sell them to basket makers. Andugula is about 60 kilometers from Hyderabad. Each bundle of date palm spines costs rupees 120 to 120. Pollayya and other basket makers usually bring 10 bundles of 2 months. Pollayya family makes 25 baskets from one bundle. Then bundles of spines would give them about 250 baskets. It takes 30 minutes to make a basket. He views baskets from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a few breaks to eat and rest. Pollayya sells each basket for rupees 20. Sometimes customers ask for a bigger basket for family rituals. These are sold at a higher price depending on the amount of raw material used. He sells baskets throughout the year. In 2 months, he can sell rupees 5,000 worth of basket. The cost price is 1,200 excluding the transportation charge for rupees 100 for every visit to his village. So the income of family is rupees 3,700 for 2 months. He does not earn sufficient month to meet his family expenditure. To supplement his income, he sells bamboo products like trays and stands. Basket making is a craft work that involves the use of wild date palms, leaves, cane and bamboo which are found in forests. There has been depletion of forests due to their extensive exploitation for big industries. This affects the livelihoods of people who have traditionally depended on forests. Further, the demand for such products has reduced considerably This forces migrate to urban areas for survival. This is true for many involved traditional activities. However, they often have to live in urban areas without basic amenities. Urban slum. Polaya lives in a slum which does not have proper drainage, so it emits foul scent and breeds mosquitoes and flies. There is no electricity connection or safe drinking water. Polaya's hut is made up of bamboo mats and recycled plastic bags and tarpaulin. During the rainy season, the roofs often leak and the huts are flooded sometimes. The municipal corporation officials evict Polaya and other basket makers families. Despite struggling hard, people like Polaya have been denied voting rights in the city. In fact, they have been denied ration cards as they don't have any proof of identity or proof of residence. Thus, they cannot either participate in democratic process of the city or avail the means for the poor.
Thank you, Aprin. You have to sit here. I will call you next part. Okay. So, basket maker of Angola. So, what is the how they are weaving the basket, how they are collecting the raw materials, how they are staying, what benefits they are taking from the government. These all we have to learn by reading this basket maker of Angola. Okay. So, listen carefully. Polaya is a basket maker from Angola, village in Madugula Mandal, Rangareddy district. He is about 30 years old. He belongs to Yerkula, a tribal community. His family has been weaving baskets for generations. Bhagyamma, his wife, also works as a basket maker. They have 3 children. Polaya's father, along with 25 other families, came to the city about 30 years ago as the demand for baskets had declined in their native village. He sells baskets on the pavements of Chandarghat in Hyderabad. So, here told about Polaya is a basket maker. He is living in the Andugula village, which is located into the Mandugula, Madugula Mandal, Rangareddy district. He is here. He how many years he old children? He is 35 years old, and he belongs to which community? Yerkula community. So those are belongs to Yerkula community. They are do this work. What work? Weaving the baskets. His wife, what is his wife name? Bhagyamma. She also works as a basket maker. They have 3 children. These two, okay. This Polaya and Bhagyamma they both are couple, and this couple is having 3 children. And Polaya's father, along with 25 families, came to this city. Okay, along Polaya's father, 25 families came to the city about 30 years ago. 30 years ago, they came to the city to weave the basket and sell into the city. Okay, so they sells the basket on the payments of Chandarghat in the Hyderabad. Where they sell the baskets? They sell the basket on the pavements of Chandraghat in Hyderabad. Now see the what happened next. Polaya uses the spines of wild date palms. So for the basket making, what the Polaya is using? He uses the spines of wild date palm. The spines of wild date palm called as Eetha Chettu. Okay. A wild date palm is called as Eetha Chettu. Leaves to make basket. Using a knife, he shaves off the leaves and keeps them in hot sunshine to dry them. With the knife, he shaves the leaves. He shaves the leaves and he keep into the hot sun to dry it properly. The raw material wild date palm leaves are bought in bundles from Andigula, their native village. His relatives in Andigula collect the spines from bushes around their villages and sell them to the basket makers to like Polaya. So in the Andigula and the nearby villages, the palm, okay, these wild date palm trees are there, and the Andigula villagers or other villagers are doing the work of collecting these wild date palm leaves, and they are making the bundles and they are selling to the basket makers into the cities. So this is a raw material for the basket making work. Andigula is about 60 km from Hyderabad. What is the distance of Andigula? It is far. It is 60 km away from the Hyderabad. Andigula. Okay. So here given two question answers. See children, what do you understand about raw material in the context of basket making? Who collects them? And the other question is, what are the tools used by the basket makers? Okay. So we see the answers here. What do you understand about raw material in the context of basket making? Who collects them? So answer you have to write like this. The raw material required for basket making, Eta chettu. Eta chettu called in the English wild date palm, 3 leaves. People of Yerkula tribe are mainly collect them. And the second question is, what are the tools used by the basket makers? So write the answer like this. Basket making is a craft work that involves the use of wild date palm leaves, cane and bamboo which are found in forests. Using a knife, basket maker shaves off the leaves and keeps them in hot sunshine to make them dry. The raw material, wild date palm leaves, are brought from forest. Basket makers or their relatives collect the spines from bushes around their villages and sell to basket makers. Okay na? So write this, you have to write the answers. We'll see further. Each bundle of date palm spines cost rupees 120. Each bundle of date palm spines cost of rupees 120. Polaya and other basket makers usually bring 10 bundles for 2 months. Polaya's family makes 25 baskets from one bundle. 10 bundles of spines would give them about 250 baskets. It takes 30 minutes to make a basket. He weaves baskets from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. with a few breaks to eat and rest. Now see children, each bundle of palm spine cost is 120 rupees, and Polaya and other basket makers usually bring 10 bundles. The basket makers, Polaya and other basket makers usually bring 10 bundles of palm spines. Okay, so Polaya's family makes 25 baskets from one bundle. From one bundle, Polaya's family is making 25 bundles. So 10 bundles of spines would give them about 250 baskets. It takes 30 minutes. In a 30 minutes they are making one basket. He wears baskets from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. with a few breaks, eat and rest. Polaya sells each basket for rupees 20. How much cost Polaya is selling the basket? Each basket is selling rupees 20. Sometimes customers ask for a bigger basket for family rituals. These are sold at a higher price depending on the amount of raw material used. He sells baskets throughout the year. In 2 months, he can, page number 70, see, he sells rupees 5,000 worth of baskets. The cost price is rupees 1,200 excluding the transportation charges of rupees 100 for every visit to his village. So the income of his family is rupees 3,700 for 2 months. He does not earn sufficient money to meet his family expenditure. To supplement his income, Polaya buys and sells bamboo products like trays and stands. Basket making is a craft work that involves the use of wild date palm leaves, cane, bamboo, which are found in forests. There have been depletion of forests due to their extensive exploitation for big industries. This affects the livelihoods of people who have traditionally depended on forests. Further, the demand of such products has reduced considerably. This forces them to move out of rural areas and migrate to urban areas for survival. This is true for many involved in traditional activities. However, they often have to live in urban areas without basic amenities. So, what happens, children? So, this basket making. After basket making, they are getting very less money, 3,700 they are getting, and this amount is not sufficient to fulfill their family needs. So naturally these craft workers are migrated to rural to urban areas in search of food and water survival. Okay, so and they are not getting the enough raw material for the forest because demand of the industries, the trees are depletion. Okay, the trees are exploitation. Okay, the trees are depletion of forest due to their extensive exploitation for the big industries. That's why they're not getting the raw material from the forest. That's why they are migrated to the urban areas for the survival. Now urban slums. Okay, we'll see how are the urban slums. Polaya lives in a slum which does not have proper drainage, so it is emits foul smell and breeds mosquitoes and flies. There is no electricity connection or safe drinking water. Polaya hut is made of bamboo mats and recycled plastic bags and tarpaulin. During the rainy season, their roofs often leak and the huts are flooded. Sometimes the municipal corporation officials evict Polaya and other basket maker families. Despite struggling hard, people like Polaya have been denied voting rights in the city. In fact, they have been denied ration cards as they don't have any proof of identity or proof of residence. Thus, they cannot either participate in the democratic process of the city or avail the facilities meant for the poor. So, these peoples are leading the slum life in the urban areas. And how are they living, see children? Now the Polaya who migrated from the rural area to the urban area for survival, so he is leading the slum life in the urban areas. So which does not have proper drainage facility, some emits foul smell and breeds mosquitoes and flies also. There is no electricity connection and safe drinking water facilities in their houses. Polaya hut is made of bamboo and mats and recycled plastic bags and tarpaulins. During the rainy season, the roof often leak and the huts are flooded. Sometimes the municipal corporation officials evict Polaya and other basket makers also. They did not have the identity proof, ration cards also. So they did not have any identity proof. That's why they did not participate in the democratic process, and they will not get any government benefits, government scheme benefits. Like this terribly slum living style he is living in the urban area, children. Okay, so it's very horrible. And now basket makers, see, people of Yerkula tribe are usually involved in basket making and live in different parts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. They are called Yerkula after their women's traditional profession of fortune telling. Yerkula Chepputa Sodhi, Yerkula Chapta. People of these tribes speak Yerkula Bhasha. Words from Telugu, Tamil and Kannada languages are used in this language. So what is there? These Yerkula basket makers are mostly are the Yerkula communities. Okay, so they are living in different parts of our Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. They are called Yerkula. Okay, these communities called Yerkula. Their women's traditional profession of future telling. The women those that belong to Yerkula families, they are traditionally future telling. They are a traditional professional of future telling. Bhavishyam, okay, Bhavishyam Sodhi, like this, Sodhi Chapta, like this. Means they will tell about they predict the future, like that professional they are doing. So, Yerkula Chaputa means Sodhi. People of this tribe speak Yerkula Bhasha. This tribe community people are speaks the Yerkula Bhasha. Words from Telugu, Tamil and Kannada languages are used in this language. This Yerkula Bhasha is combination of Telugu, Tamil and Kannada Bhasha words. Okay. So now here choose the correct option they given here. Okay. Forests are depleting largely because of the uses by basket weavers or big industries. So why? So you have to write the answer big industries. Okay. Polaya buys bamboo items from a tractor in Mandi, a village in Andugula. So a village in Andigula, the answer you have to write. Okay. Make a table showing Polaya's expenditure for raw material and income from the produce. So, okay. So this table we will make, children. Okay. Before that, the last question we will read. Do you think people like Polaya should be given ration card and allowed to vote in Hyderabad? So answers will read from here. These two answers. First we will make the, okay, make a table showing Polaya's expenditure for raw material and income from the produce. So the chart you have to make like this. Okay, so answer only I am giving. So this is fourth answer, children. Fourth answer. Okay, so we have to make the chart here. So chart you have to make like this. Expenses for raw material. And income. So write here cost of raw material. Cost of raw material is equal to rupees 1200. 10 bundles. 10 into 120. And the second one, transport charges. Rupees 100. So in totally 1300. Okay, and income is total income total income 10 into 25 into 20 is equal to rupees 5000. Expenses rupees 1300. Net income in 2 months net income in 2 months. How much net income? 3,700. Okay na? So this is the income they are getting, children. Basket makers, which is not sufficient to fulfill their family needs. Okay, so this table you have to write in your classwork. Did you wrote the table in the classwork? Okay. So next see here. By now you have learned that goods such as baskets made of bamboo and ether chettu requires simple production using very few materials, mostly made of natural resources. There are many other goods which require raw materials to be proceed in a more complex way with complex tools. Cloth material made of cotton and silk are examples of such goods. Cloth can be manufactured today either in hand-operated looms or by power looms or in large mills. We will study here how it is produced by handloom weavers. Okay, so today we will stop here, children. So here we completed chapter 7 part 1 we completed here. Okay, so it's time for the Sakshi. So you have to write the Sakshi like this. Sakshi. Subject. Social. Class. 7th class. And HW is learn and write question answers from textbook, page number 69, 70, 69 and 71. 69 and 71 in HW one time. So here you have to write PS and here TS. You have to take your parent sign. What is the homework? Learn and write question and answer from textbook page number 69 and 71. They given some question answers on that page. That question answers you have to write in the homework one time. Okay. So after writing the homework, send it to the school mail ID in a time in the neat handwriting. Okay, my children. So we will meet in another session with the remaining part of this lesson. Until then, bye bye children.